Hey everybody, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 34 of the MiniArt US Armored Tractor 1/35 scale. I want to get the blade all painted. The metal part has had a clear coat and it should be nice and dry, so I'll get that masked up and get that painted. And then I also want to get the cable winches and that type of thing all sorted out, and hopefully get the tracks and the blade put on. Alright, so let's go down the bench and see what we can do here, okay? Thanks. Okay guys, this morning, several hours ago, I got up and I painted the rest of the blade. I masked the steel off and I got the olive painted. I tried to do this and record it, and it's just too small. And I'll put some pictures up, but I've put the cable on this, and I've got it running through here. MiniArt gave me two pieces of the thread, so I've got more than plenty. But the way this works, the design of this is not correct 100%, and I actually do need to do just a little touch up. Some of the CA I used to get all this stuff to stay exactly where I wanted it to left a little bit of a shiny spot. But this is the drum that runs the front blade, so the thread or cable is wrapped around it counterclockwise. And it comes up here and it goes over, let's see here, it goes up and over this pulley, and it comes down and it goes around this pulley, and it goes up and it goes through this pulley. A lot of fun getting all that stuff together, and the thread actually kind of has a jog here it's not supposed to have, but I don't think it'll ever be seen. I am going to have to go back and touch up some paint where there's some shiny spots, but I'll put a picture up of that. And I've got this, that's run through. When this goes on here, there'll be this piece that goes across the top, and that's where I'll hide the splice in the thread. On the blade here, what I did is I super glued a real thin piece of wire to the thread. Okay, so I kind of like a needle. So I can really easily push this through the pulleys and stuff to get the thread to, where I want it. What the instructions are not very good about how this is supposed to be done, but the way I look at it is one end of the cable is anchored at the side here. Then it'll go down and through the far side of the pulley, and then it'll come up, it'll go through the far side of this pulley, and then it'll go down and through the near side of this pulley, and then it'll come back up, and then it'll go through there. I think that's the way I'm planning on doing it if it all works out correctly. So I've got it anchored, and I've gone through and around the near pulley, so then I need to come back up and go through to the far side. If I can get this through there. Like they say, it worked in rehearsal. Okay. So that's pretty simple. And I think, I may be wrong, I thought this would go through here. Okay, and then come back, but that doesn't give us enough wraps. That only gives us one string here, so I'm going to have to rethink this a little bit and make sure I've got this all correct, because it should have two wraps on the lower and the upper. So let's see here. Whoop, and I've got that. Boy, that's all wrapped around the wrong way. Maybe I'm better than I thought I was. Let's see here. I've got a little twist there. Okay, there's our two. I just had the cables kind of twisted. Okay, so let's get this in place. I did put the tracks on. I haven't glued the pins in yet, but so get that. Sorry if you can't see. I still got to glue the other end of the little clamp on that holds the blade. But I wanted to get this going first. Okay, that's where the blade goes, just like that. And then we'll pull all the slack out of this. There we go. And that's got our two wraps in both ways. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut this off and I'll just leave some of it here, and then when I get this, I've got to glue this on back here. Whoop, goes down here. Where's there it is. So that'll go, come on, right there. And then where this comes across, that'll be where I'll do my splice. Okay. So I'm gonna put a little super glue up here to tack this and keep this stuff all tight. And then I'm going to glue the clamps on and get the blade all situated to where it's not flopping around here. So let's see. It doesn't have to be where it's lifting the blade. I just want it to where it's nice and tight. Let's see if I've got any. I'm using the real thin super glue. I need to get a glue looper, I think. See, if I pull too hard, it lifts the blade. I really don't want it to lift it. I just want it level. Okay. And just hold that a second. Okay. So there's our excess, and there's our needle. I'm just going to cut this off for now, but this thread, when you're trying to trim it to the right length and everything, the easiest thing that I have found to trim it with is a hot scalpel blade or a knife blade. This is nylon, and if you try and cut it with scissors, it just kind of frays. And you can cut it with a sharp knife blade, but if you're trying to work in like a real tight little spot or something, you can heat your blade up and then just touch it and it cuts it. So there's my needle off of there. There's the end of that. I want to get these little clamps on here and get that situated, and once I do that, then the blade will actually be locked in. It won't go anywhere, I hope. Okay, let's see here. Pretty sure, I'm not, darn it. I'm not sure if I cleaned off the Elmer's. I guess we'll just have to try it and see if it sticks okay. I masked off this little area here just so I didn't get paint on it. Let's see what we can do here. I know you can't see real well. I'm sorry. Once I get this on, then the blade's not going anywhere. Okay. Whoop, careful. I'm going to have to touch the paint up on those too. There's one side on. Very gently turn it around here. This is getting more and more fragile. Okay, and then this one here. Okay. I guess I did clear the Elmers off of there. I don't know if this glue would go through the Elmers. But anyway, that's glued. It's just going to be real fragile. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. And I'll put pictures of this at the end. It's going to be really difficult for you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay, I've got a place here where I didn't do any painting. So get this to stick. Okay, just like that. I want to look at it from the back and make sure these two are lined up. Okay, I did do a video of me painting the blade, and I'll add that to the end. See, this is more than long enough to go here. So underneath this, when I put this on, I'll hide that splice, and it'll look like a continuous cable. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'll put that. Just adjusting. Okay, I've got to let this set and dry really well because it's going to be really fragile. But that's going to about do it for today. Like I say, I'll put a video up. I'll do a time lapse of me painting the blade. And it won't be long. We'll have this one finished up. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye.